Hey everyone, it's George from Blockchain DXB and today's the 19th of December 2024 and yesterday guys, that is the 18th of December 2024, Federal Chair Jerome Powell at around 10:30 PM Gulf Standard Time did actually decide to go ahead and reduce the interest rate, which to be honest guys is absolutely great so far as the price of Bitcoin and cryptocurrency is concerned. But the prices of Bitcoin and the cryptocurrency market has been falling down since then. So what I'll do guys in today's episode, I'll go ahead and discuss why that is happening. Now look guys, the answer to this is pretty simple. A lot of whales and notorious traders, they know the impact of the FOMC meeting, and because of that guys, they want to go ahead and create panic, and when the price of Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies go down, these guys are the ones who go ahead and buy a lot more Bitcoin. And just a few minutes ago guys, there was news regarding Marathon Digital Holding. They have acquired Bitcoin for roughly around $1.5 billion. This is unfortunately the nature of Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies. Now look guys, so far as the interest rate announcement is concerned, this news is definitely great for Bitcoin and the global cryptocurrency market, as well as for the financial world and stock market world. So what I'd really recommend you to do is guys, in the show notes below, there is a YouTube link where Federal Chair Jerome Powell did actually go live via YouTube, and the video is only 52 minutes long, and I'd really urge you guys to go ahead and check it out. But nonetheless guys, in today's episode, we will definitely take a deep dive as to what he actually said at that session, and there was also question and answer session, and we'll go ahead and discuss what are the chances of future rate cuts. Now look guys, if you're someone who's relatively new into the Bitcoin and cryptocurrency space, what I'd really recommend you to do is go to the Federal Reserve Board website, and they do have a very specific calendar, and the dates for the FOMC meeting are set out well in advance, definitely a year in advance, and a lot of hedge fund companies, a lot of billion and trillion dollar companies, they are well aware about this news. Now what I'm really curious to check guys, with President Donald Trump getting re-elected and with the Doge Department, that is Department of Government Efficiency, is there a possibility to completely eliminate the Federal Reserve Board? I'm definitely hoping for that. So it's going to be really interesting to see what 2025 has in store for us. Now regarding Bitcoin guys, we do have some really interesting update, and one is to do with Sui blockchain, and they have added Bitcoin restaking, and they are doing that with a platform called SatLayer. So we'll definitely go ahead and touch base on this news. Now regarding restaking guys, you always need to understand the risks associated with it. So what I'll do guys in today's episode, I'll go ahead and explain what this news is, and then I'll go ahead and discuss some of the risks associated with this. Because look guys, the whole notion not your keys, not your Bitcoin is something that we always need to be aware about. And in the past guys, there have been so many collabs such as Celsius, as well as BlockFi that had similar issues as well. So I'll definitely go ahead and give out more information regarding this. Now in Europe guys, we do have a really interesting update, and a lightning fintech company called ZBD, they have got license in Europe, and we'll go ahead and discuss what this news is all about. Now look guys, so far as Lightning Network is concerned, a lot of the Bitcoin maximalists, they often talk about that Lightning Network, not blockchain, should be the narrative. So it's really interesting to see for them to go ahead and get a license in Europe. Now regarding blockchain transactions guys, looks like Solana is definitely breaking quite a lot of records, and they recently launched a token called as Pengu, and because of that Solana hit record high of 66.9 million. So we'll definitely go ahead and touch base on this news. Now regarding blockchain transactions guys, roughly around 6 months ago, there was a lot of hype surrounding Tron blockchain, and Tron blockchain as we know is connected to Telegram, but unfortunately guys, because the CEO of Telegram was arrested, looks like the momentum of Tron blockchain has died down, isn't it? So these are things you need to be aware about when you talk about cryptocurrency and blockchain world. So quite a lot to cover guys in today's episode, and like we do in every Crypto and Coffee at 8 series, we will be looking at 2 news from Dubai, UAE and the Middle East. Now both the news guys in today's episode are connected to artificial intelligence, and the first one is regarding Harvard, and they organized an international conference on AI transformative potential as well as challenges in Dubai. So I'll go ahead and give out more information regarding this. Now the second news is also connected to artificial intelligence, and a company called as OmniOps. They have secured $8 million in funding, and this will be utilized to scale their infrastructure products. Now look guys, regarding merger of blockchain and artificial intelligence, at this point of time I'm not convinced regarding the merger of both. I very strongly feel that artificial intelligence does not need blockchain technology as such, but blockchain technology needs artificial intelligence. And from January onwards guys, I do want to go ahead and have a healthy debate, and the topic is pretty simple. Does blockchain technology need artificial intelligence, or does artificial intelligence need blockchain technology? Now if you're someone who's working let's say in blockchain or even in the artificial intelligence sector and do want to be part of the debate, drop me an email to unfedblockchaindxb.com. So quite a lot to cover, guys, in today's episode. Let's kickstart with it right away. Thank you to our sponsors for being part of the Blockchain DXB journey. Firstly, Advanced Media. Advanced Media, guys, is the largest distributor of professional video, photo, broadcast and cinematic equipment and accessories in the Middle East and MENA region. With over 2 decades of experience, Advanced Media is now the largest distributor in the Middle East, representing more than 100 recognizable brands, including brands such as Zeiss, DJI, Hasselblad, Red and Rode. As a matter of fact, guys, the very mic that I'm recording is being sponsored by Advanced Media as well. And Advanced Media has showrooms in Saudi Arabia and services as well. Looks like they're definitely taking the Middle East by storm. And here's the beautiful thing, guys. They're taking corporate social responsibility very seriously. And they're focusing on 3 Ps. That is people, planet, and prosperity. Now listen, guys, if you do want to find out more information regarding the statement of corporate social responsibility, check out the website, that is www.amt.tv. And here's the beautiful thing, guys. They also want to be a leader and set an example and reputation as a pioneer and member of the community. And in doing so, guys, they also have an AMT scholarship with SAE Institute in Dubai, UAE. So definitely check it out. And also, guys, Advanced Media is committed to persistently developing, organizing, and hosting training workshops, seminars, and community events that educate, inform, and familiarize consumers with new equipment and the latest technological advances. So listen, guys, do one thing. If you do want to support this channel, go to the website, that is www.amt.tv, and follow the social media channels as well. All of the details are in the show notes below. Next, Startup OI is global one-tech platform for tech. It offers global high-paying tech jobs with flexibility in working time and location, global free tech events, and tech networks to connect with global like-minded engineers. A brilliant platform to listen to the tech experts in Metaverse and to grab their insights. Now listen, all you have to do is download the app Startup OI. If you're using an Android version, go to Google Store and App Store for iOS devices. Alternatively, you can also click on the show notes below to download Startup OI. Next, guys, listen, if you're into fitness, if you're into adventure, if you want to do something wild but still want to keep your health in check, there is a new podcast in town, a podcast focusing on obstacle course race in the Middle East. The podcast is called the Race Pace Podcast. So check out the Race Pace Podcast across all leading platforms. And the Race Pace Podcast is a peer-to-peer community-driven podcast where they talk all about obstacle course race in the Middle East, from Sandstorm to Spartan Race, from Tough Mudder to Desert Warrior Challenge, and also the Government Gov Games, and quite a lot more. The podcast has interviews with athletes locally and internationally to get inside scoop on how athletes prepare for obstacle course race. In the podcast, they also talk about interesting stories on why they are motivated to do obstacle course race. And that's not all. They also plan to release 7 NFTs. And these NFTs are no ordinary. These NFTs will represent every emirate in the UAE. And listen, guys, these NFTs are going to be absolutely massive. So do one thing. Go to Spotify, go to iTunes, go to any leading podcasting platform. Check out the Race Pace Podcast across all leading platforms. And finally, guys, not your keys, not your crypto. If you have dabbled with cryptocurrencies and now are seriously getting to protect your cryptocurrencies, there is no better way to protect it by using a hardware wallet. And this is where Ledger Wallet kicks in. And Ledger Wallets are hardware cryptocurrency wallets made by Ledger, a company headquartered in Paris, France. And Ledger's hardware wallets are multi-currency wallets that are used to store private keys for cryptocurrencies offline. And Ledger offers 2 hardware wallets, the Ledger Nano and Ledger Nano X wallets. They are world-class experts with extensive crypto security backgrounds. They continuously look for vulnerabilities in Ledger products in a constant effort to improve the level of security. Now, in today's world, securing these digital assets is a critical challenge, and this is where Ledger kicks in. So click the link below to buy your hardware wallet and support this podcast. It is a brilliant way to support this podcast. So what are you waiting for? The link is in the show notes below. Now, guys, since you've taken care of that, let's kickstart by looking at the global cryptocurrency market. Unfortunately, guys, because of the FOMC announcement, the global cryptocurrency market has kind of crashed and it is down to $3.53 trillion. But listen, guys, the volume of stablecoins is looking really good, which just means, guys, over the next coming days and weeks, there is a very high possibility that the prices of Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies will be pumping up. And I'm reading a couple of reports where there are a lot of earning calls reports taking place in the United States of America. And what happens, guys, is whenever there is earning calls report, a lot of the companies, they try to show less profit. And is that one of the reasons why the prices are falling down? Definitely yes. Because look, so far as the FOMC announcement is concerned, the announcement is looking definitely positive for the price of Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies. But unfortunately, guys, the global cryptocurrency market has gone down. And since the last 24 hours, it is down by 5.52%. But listen, guys, if you look at the total cryptocurrency market volume, this is looking really good at $240.01 billion. And once again, guys, you need to compare this $240 billion with the volume of stable coins. Now, let's say, guys, if the total cryptocurrency market volume was high, but if the volume of stable coins was low, that would have been absolutely worrisome. It would actually mean that people are converting a lot of the Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies onto fiat currencies. This, fortunately, is not the case since the last 24 hours. So what I'd really recommend you to do is keep a track with what is going on, particularly over the weekend as we are heading towards Christmas. And I'm pretty much sure, guys, things just might be looking really good. And who's to say we might just reach a new all-time high, not just for Bitcoin, but for Ethereum as well as other cryptocurrencies as well. Now, regarding the volume, guys, since the last 24 hours, it is up by 30.10%. Now, if you look at the volume of decentralized finance, the 24-hour volume is $16.52 billion. But unfortunately, guys, decentralized finance as of today is accounting for only 6.88% of the total crypto market 24-hour volume. And if you look at the total value locked, it has actually pumped up since the last 24 hours. And the total value locked regarding DeFi protocols is at $140.09 billion. Now, regarding decentralized exchange dominance, guys, this matrix today stands at 43.99%. But look, as I've been saying this over and over again, this number is definitely great. Unfortunately, guys, if you actually compare it, let's say, with the volume of stable coins and look at the 24-hour cryptocurrency market volume, this percentage should have been slightly higher. When will that thing happen? Or really, I'm not sure, to be honest. Now, regarding the volume of decentralized exchanges, Uniswap is at number 1, and its 24-hour volume is $3.46 billion. Radium, guys' number has definitely picked up pace once again, and today it is at $2.37 billion. Now, Radium, guys, is a decentralized exchange that works only on Solana blockchain. And later on, guys, we'll discuss some really record-breaking numbers regarding Solana blockchain. And in the month of November, guys, consistently for roughly around 2 weeks, Radium was outperforming Uniswap. So it looks like a lot of momentum is actually taking place in Solana so far as the numbers are concerned. Now, the number 3rd so far as decentralized exchange is concerned is PancakeSwap, and its 24-hour volume is $2.28 billion. Radium, guys, is at number 4th. Its 24-hour volume is $1.06 billion. And Norca is at number 5th, and its 24-hour volume is $1.05 billion. Now, look, guys, this is a very rare occasion where all the top 5 decentralized exchanges, the volume has crossed the $1 billion mark, and this, to be honest, guys, is definitely a positive sign, and it is only because of the FOMC announcement, in my opinion. And if you look at the volume of stable coins, guys, today it is at a staggering $223.47 billion, and stable coins as of today is accounting for 93.11% of the total crypto market 24-hour volume, and out of this $223.47 billion, guys, Tether USDT is accounting for $200 billion, followed by Circle USDC at $13.05 billion, and FDUSD, its volume is $9.99 billion. Now, I'm really curious to check, guys, what the market cap of Ripple's RLUSD is, and let's say if the market cap of Ripple's RLUSD is over $10 billion, I want to go ahead and make a really bold prediction that in the next 3 to 5 years, Ripple's RLUSD will be in the top 3 so far stablecoin volume is concerned. That is only if the market cap of Ripple's stablecoin, that is RLUSD, is over $10 billion. And as and when I get any update regarding this, I'll definitely go ahead and update it in the Crypto and Coffee Date podcast. Now, if you look at the market cap, guys, unfortunately, Bitcoin's market cap is not looking good at all, and it is down to $2.04 trillion. Now, Ethereum's market cap is still about the $400 billion mark, and today it is at $445 billion. Now, if you look at the 24-hour trading volume, guys, Bitcoin's 24-hour trading volume is $90.79 billion, whereas Ethereum's 24-hour trading volume is $47.80 billion. Now, the dominance of Bitcoin, guys, today it is at 56.85%, whereas the dominance of Ethereum has gone down and it is down to 12.60%. And it's needless to say, guys, that Solana's dominance has definitely been picking up paces in it. Now, from next week onwards, guys, I'll try to add the dominance of Solana blockchain as well, because look, so far as the activity is concerned, Solana has definitely been making quite a lot of news. Now what I want to do next, guys, is I want to look at the market cap of stable coins. And look, guys, Tether USDT's market cap is at a staggering $140 billion. And in the episode that I released yesterday, guys, I talked about Tether investing in a stablecoin in Europe, and I'm a bit perplexed as to why they are not trying to be compliant in Europe. Now with $140 billion, guys, I'm pretty much sure they can hire probably 100 or 200 people and make sure that the paperwork are in place, isn't it? But looks like they're not choosing to do that. And since the last 6 months or so, guys, a lot of the exchanges are actually delisting Tether USDT. Now regarding the market cap, guys, Circle USDC is at number 2nd, and its market cap is at $42.55 billion. Ethena, guys, is at number 3rd, and Ethena is spelled with an E, and its market cap is at $5.97 billion. Sky Dollar, guys, is at number 4th. Its market cap is $5.28 billion. Now, Sky Dollar, guys, is a rebranded version of MakerDAO, and that is one of the reasons why its market cap is in the top 5. Now, DAI, guys, which is also associated to MakerDAO, is at number 5th, and its market cap is at $3.47 billion. Now, look, guys, so far as the market cap of stablecoins are concerned, in an idealistic world, guys, the 24-hour trading volume should be more than its market cap, cause look, so far stablecoins are concerned, we are supposed to be making back and forth transaction, isn't it? So what I'd really recommend you to do is, guys, when you talk about stablecoins rather than looking at the market cap, it does make a lot of sense to look at the 24-hour trading volume. And also what we need to do is, guys, we need to look at the 24-hour trading volume and then compare it with its market cap. And ideally speaking, guys, the 24-hour trading volume should be double or triple of its market cap. That is what my honest opinion is, because stablecoins are generally used for purchases, isn't it? Now, guys, let's look at the king of all kings, that is Bitcoin. And unfortunately, guys, the price of Bitcoin has gone down since the last 24 hours. And since the last 24 hours, it is down by 4.60%. And since the last 7 days, it is down by 0.01%. And right now, guys, the price of Bitcoin is $101,390. Along with that, guys, Ethereum has gone down as well. Just few days ago, it did actually cross the $4,000 mark. But right now, the price of Ethereum is at $3,698. And since the last 24 hours, it is down by 6.02%. And since the last 7 days, it is down by 3.35%. XRP or Ripple, guys, is at $2.38. And since the last 24 hours, it is down by 9.05%. And since the last 7 days, it is down by 1.78%. Now look, guys, ever since President Donald Trump getting re-elected, Ripple XRP has definitely pumped up the most, and it did actually go up by well over 360%, and that was because of the launch of the stablecoin. But since the last few weeks, the price has been drastically going down. Now look, guys, the only reason why the prices have drastically gone down, that is because of the FOMC meeting. But look, guys, it is really important to understand that so far as the FOMC meeting announcement is concerned, this is definitely great for the price of Bitcoin and cryptocurrency. And how this thing works is pretty simple, guys. If Federal Chair Jerome Powell does decide to go ahead and reduce the interest rate, it turns out to be positive for the price of Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies. And I was actually anticipating that he will keep the interest rate unchanged. And had he done that, guys, that would have also been beneficial for the price of Bitcoin and cryptocurrency. And in the wild circumstance, let's say had he gone ahead and increased the interest rate, that should have been the time where the price of Bitcoin and cryptocurrency should have gone down. So what has happened, guys, is the announcement. Now look, guys, the answer to this is pretty simple. A lot of notorious whales and traders, they are trying to manipulate the market, and they want to create chaos, and they want to go ahead and dumb down the price of Bitcoin. Cause look, a lot of new people who are not aware about it, they will be thinking that the prices are going down, and probably it is the best time to go ahead and sell it. And as and when people go ahead and sell it, guys, a lot of the notorious traders in whales, they will be acquiring them at a cheaper price. Cause look, if the interest rate has gone down, it just means that the US economy is doing pretty good, and things are looking good for the price of Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies. And I'm pretty much sure, guys, over the next coming days and weeks, the price of Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies will be pumping up, and you can actually match this with the data of stablecoins as well. Cause look, since the last few weeks, guys, the volume of stablecoins has been pumping up, and looks like a lot of these traders, they're actually converting the Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies onto stablecoins. So these are things you need to be aware about, guys. Now regarding the FOMC meeting, what I'd really recommend you to do is, Federal Chair Jerome Powell did actually go live via YouTube, and he did actually give his reasoning as to why he's decided to go ahead and reduce the interest rate. And I'd really urge you guys to go ahead and check it yourself, guys, because according to him, the US economy is doing pretty good, And he also said that since the last few weeks, he has been traveling to different countries, and based on the economic data with other countries, US economy is doing a phenomenal job. But look, guys, if you look at the inflation, the only way I can put it across is that the US economy is doing great, but it is kind of like the best among the worst. Because look, guys, when President Donald Trump was in charge, the inflation was really low, and generally speaking, guys, the market was in a much better state, isn't it? But with left-leaning administration and Biden and Kamala in charge, the world has entered into so many chaos. Now under the Biden and Kamala Harris administration, guys, more people died due to COVID-19, Taliban overtook Afghanistan, Russia invaded Ukraine, and right now we have so much chaos going on between Israel and Palestine, Israel and Lebanon, and so much drama going on in Syria as well, isn't it? Now look, guys, when President Donald Trump was in charge, none of these chaos was actually taking place. Now going back to FOMC meeting, guys, there was question and answer session, and Jerome Powell consistently kept on saying that recession has been avoided in the United States of America, and I kind of have to agree with him, guys. And he also said that the economic data is looking pretty good. Now look, guys, with President Donald Trump getting re-elected and set to take office on the 20th of January, I do think that things are definitely looking good and promising, not just for the United States of America, but also at the geopolitical level. There'll be a lot of peace, isn't it? So definitely interesting times ahead, and I'm pretty much sure, guys, so far as the price of Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies are concerned, we're definitely heading to a new all-time high. And since the last 24 hours, guys, a lot of Bitcoin mining companies, they are acquiring a lot of Bitcoin as well. So look, guys, this is probably the best time to go ahead and buy a lot more Bitcoin. But look, guys, whatever I'm saying is definitely not financial advice, and make sure you go ahead and do your own research. Now, guys, let's go ahead and discuss some interesting news in the world of Lightning Network. And the Dutch regulator AFM, they have approved ZBD, which was formerly known as ZBD, to receive a MiCA license, and this MiCA license approval, guys, will allow the platform to operate throughout the European Union. Now, so far as Netherlands is concerned, it is among the European countries actively preparing companies for full implementation of MiCA. However, guys, many other member states still need to pass the necessary legislation for MiCA to take effect within the jurisdiction. Now, regarding ZBD or ZBD, it is a Bitcoin Lightning powered payment solution, and they made an announcement that they will now be able to offer crypto custody and exchange services across Europe. So definitely positive and interesting news, isn't it? But I'm a bit perplexed to understand, guys, that who goes ahead and applies for a license. Is it a centralized entity that goes and applies for this license? Or in case of decentralized autonomous organizations or DAO, is it the DAO who goes ahead and applies for this license? Because look, whenever you go ahead and apply for this license, guys, there will be terms and conditions, isn't it? So I wouldn't be surprised regarding ZBD. They will be asking to do your AML and KYC. And who's to say, guys, there is a possibility the transactions could be cancelled as well, and this goes against the very ethos of open blockchain. But nonetheless, guys, really interesting development and positive news in the world of Lightning Network, I guess. Now, guys, let's go ahead and discuss some interesting news regarding Bitcoin restaking and SatLayer, which is a Bitcoin restaking platform. They have integrated with Sui blockchain, which is a high-speed layer 1 blockchain, and looks like they want to enhance decentralized finance applications securely by leveraging Bitcoin's $1 trillion market cap. Now, this partnership allows developers to combine Bitcoin's unmatched security with Sui's scalability, enabling advanced DeFi applications such as lending and trading without third-party intermediaries. Now, all the SaltLayer integrates with Sui blockchain, guys. It's important to know that its deployment occurs on Babylon, which is a proof-of-stake security provider, and in that users lock up their Bitcoin in exchange for staking rewards. And this locked Bitcoin helps secure proof-of-stake network and DeFi infrastructure like blockchain bridges. And so far as Babylon is concerned, they support programmable slashing, which is essentially a mechanism that penalizes validators for malicious or negligent behavior, and this, according to them, boosts overall network security. Now look, guys, this news might actually sound positive. However, it is really important to understand that Bitcoin staking comes with notable risk, and so far as custodial risks are concerned, guys, this arises when users transfer Bitcoin to third-party platforms, and this exposes them to potential hacks or platform insolvency. Now, regarding bridges, guys, I believe it was in 2019, definitely before the COVID era, where there was a massive hack, and what the attacker actually did, he literally replaced the private key, and that is something no one even knew about it. And the guy, essentially what he did, whatever cryptocurrencies that were associated with your private keys, he kind of replaced them, and this was something no one knew about that could be possible. So whenever there are bridges, guys, these vulnerabilities do actually exist, and smart contract vulnerabilities are concerns, and there could be bugs or exploits in the platform's code as well. And if that thing happens, guys, it does directly lead to financial losses and slashing risk size, which are introduced to programmable penalties, can also result in stake Bitcoin being reduced to validators misbehave or experience downtime. And another thing which we've been observing since the last 24 hours is the market volatility, isn't it? And market volatility does actually mean that even while earning staking rewards, users face potential Bitcoin price drops, and this would actually impact the overall value of the holding. And lastly, guys, one of the drawbacks is regarding regulatory clarity, and uncertainty remains a massive challenge even at this point of time. And I'm pretty much sure, guys, as time evolves, we might be in a position where we get some clarity, where staking on Bitcoin is possible. But look, guys, me personally, I'm definitely not confident regarding this, because look, when you talk about staking, guys, you're essentially giving away your private keys for Bitcoin, isn't it? And what if there is any smart contract bug? All of your Bitcoin is completely gone. But despite these risks and challenges, guys, SatLayer and Babylon have gained industry support, and Binance now supports Babylon staking through its on-chain yield products, but they do have a very high warning to investors of the high-risk nature of such DeFi protocols. And both projects, guys, that is SatLayer and Babylon, they have attracted significant venture capital funding, and Babylon have actually raised $70 million, which is led by Paradigm, and SatLayer has actually secured $8 million from Franklin Templeton, and looks like our SatLayer was inspired by Ethereum Eigenlayer, and that is how they are implementing the restaking model for Bitcoin. And at this point of time, guys, $6 billion worth of Bitcoin has already been committed to Babylon chain, and this shows a growing interest in Bitcoin staking. So let me know, guys, what are your thoughts regarding this particular project and protocol. Me, I'm definitely not too keen regarding this, but if you're someone who's willing to take a risk, you can definitely go ahead with it, I guess. Now, guys, let's go ahead and discuss some really interesting metrics regarding Solana blockchain, and they have hit record with 66.9 million daily transactions, and this was following the launch of their token called as Pengu. And check this out, guys. The launch of the Pengu token, which is the native token of Pudgy Penguins, which is the NFT project, has actually driven Solana's daily transaction to a record of 66.9 million, surpassing the combined activity of all major blockchain. This is absolutely wild, guys, in my opinion. Now, regarding Solana blockchain, guys, they're also leading in daily decentralized exchange trading volume and also the active addresses. But at this point of time, guys, they're still behind Base blockchain, which is managed by Coinbase, and also behind Ethereum and Tron blockchain. And in Tron blockchain, guys, the stablecoin volume is absolutely ridiculous in my opinion. Now, regarding Pengu, guys, the airdrop did actually see over 100,000 claims, and this was just in the first hour. And there was 4.7 million website views as well. And this kind of reinforces Solana's popularity among retail investors, and this is particularly important when the price of Bitcoin is reaching to new all-time high. Now, regarding Solana's ETF, guys, the chances of approval is pretty much slim to none, so it's going to be really interesting to see what is in store for Solana in 2025. So these were some macro level news, guys, on the cryptocurrency and blockchain world. Now let's look at two news from Dubai, UAE and the Middle East. Now the first news, guys, is from Harvard, and they are organizing an international conference on AI transformative potential. So let me go ahead and give out more information regarding this. Because Harvard's Digital Data Institute and the Harvard Business School Club of GCC, they hosted the inaugural International AI Conference in Dubai at the Museum of the Future. And the event, guys, centered on AI's transformative potential, challenges and strategies for learning, adoption and industry transformation. And Omar Sultan Ulama, guys, who was the keynote speaker, who's the UAE's Ministry of State for Artificial Intelligence, highlighted the nation's people-centric approach to development, integrating artificial intelligence to ensure quality of life. And regarding UAE's AI strategy, guys, a three-tiered approach focusing on infrastructure, regulation and AI development in critical sectors such as energy, healthcare, education and cybersecurity, with over 147 government applications were implemented. And look, guys, the United Arab Emirates aims to be a global leader in artificial intelligence by year-end 2031, and the UAE is focusing heavily on the quality of life enhancements. And Omar Sultan Ulama, guys, noted AI's role in improving safety, efficiency and savings of 5 to 25% in infrastructure projects such as optimizing traffic flows and enhancing large-scale project management. Now, the UAE, guys, is prioritizing quality of life over being AI first, and they are emphasizing AI seamless integration into daily life rather than disruptive application. And the examples include AI-powered facial recognition for efficient immigration processes, showcasing unobtrusive, effective technology use, and he also highlighted AI's potential to enable human creativity, referencing its ability to generate art and music. And so far as UAE's AI strategy is concerned, guys, it prioritizes solving societal challenges while at the same time safeguarding ethical consideration and avoiding controversial applications. And Karim Lakhami, who's from Harvard Institute, I believe, announced an AI-powered conference bot to achieve dialogue and new AI initiative online course designed by AI. And check this out, guys, it is by AI and for AI. Now I'm really curious to check, guys, what is their feedback regarding Notebook LM by Google. Now Karim Lakhani also talked about the challenges regarding AI adoption, and he underscored the need for senior leadership to understand AI tools, integrate them into workflows, and scale the transformative potential across organizations. And he also highlighted studies showing AI-driven efficiency gains for up to 99%, emphasizing the importance of scaling these results to deliver client and citizens value. And Saleh Luta, who's the president of the Harvard Business School Club for GCC, highlighted the Gulf region's unique position to lead the AI revolution, and he also praised the UAE's efforts to align with AI initiative with visionary leadership, quoting His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum on the value of human capital and innovation. And the conference theme, guys, was AI Elevate, from readiness to exponential growth, and the event focused to transform AI adoption and innovation in the Gulf region. And he also emphasized the conference as a transformative platform for collaboration among government, academia, and the private sector to drive impactful AI initiative. And this event has attracted over 400 in-person participants and was supported by Technology Innovative Institute in Abu Dhabi. So really interesting and positive news in my opinion. Now what I'm really liking about this news, guys, they are focusing on the quality of life, and I've been living in Dubai for well over a decade, guys, and I have to say that Dubai probably has the best work-life balance as well. So definitely interesting and positive news, and it's going to be really interesting to see, guys, what role will artificial intelligence play in enhancing our personal life. Really positive news. Now the second news, guys, is also connected to artificial intelligence, and OmniOps. They have secured $8 million in funding to scale their infrastructure products. So let me go ahead and share more information regarding this. Because OmniOps is a Saudi Arabia-based company, and they secured 30 million riyal, which is $8 million in funding from GMS Capital Ventures. And this particular investment, guys, will support scaling operations, enhancing research and development, and advancing AI infrastructure in Saudi Arabia. Now regarding OmniOps, guys, they were founded earlier this year in 2024, and this was done by Saudi entrepreneur Mohammed Al-Tassan, and the leadership team includes Mohammed Al-Tassan, who's the CEO of the company, and Zaid Farik as tech advisor and board member. And OmniOps, guys, they specialize in sustainable, energy efficient, cloud-native HPC clusters tailored to cloud requirements, and the company is developing a sovereign AI inference cluster with advanced MLOps features to streamline AI deployment and improve efficiency. And OmniOps, guys, they enable clients to achieve up to 50% reduction in GPU power consumption and 14x GPU inference efficiency improvements. This is definitely massive, isn't it? And the company also aims to provide scalable, efficient solution to help clients embrace AI while at the same time optimizing power consumption and total cost of ownership. And OmniOps also supports Saudi Arabia's Vision 2030 and the Saudi National Strategy for Data and Artificial Intelligence, and they are emphasizing data sovereignty, privacy, and local content. And OmniOps services, guys, are extremely crucial to AI ecosystem in sectors like government, energy, aviation, and healthcare as well. And regarding the partnership, guys, GMS Ventures has expressed enthusiasm about partnering with OmniOps, and they are providing them with financial and strategic support to strengthen its market position. And OmniOps, guys, it is trusted by leading organizations including Saudi Airlines and CNTXT. So really interesting news, to be honest. Now regarding the Global Alliance, guys, the company also has strong partnership with global technology leaders such as Nvidia, Google Cloud, AMD, Pure Storage, IBM, HPE, Supermicro, and Lenovo as well. And these collaborations, guys, ensure OmniOps clients have access to advanced technologies for achieving strategic digital transformation goals. And OmniOps infrastructure supports applications like generative AI, deep learning model deployment, and groundbreaking AI advancements. And the company, guys, aims to empower enterprises and government entities with cutting-edge tools to accelerate the AI initiative. And GMS Ventures, guys, it is a subsidiary of GMS Holdings, and they specialize in supporting technology and life sciences ventures globally. So definitely interesting and positive news from the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. So these were the newscasts on the cryptocurrency, blockchain, and artificial intelligence world from Blockchain DXB. In case if you like listening to this podcast, please click on the follow button, give it a 5-star rating and share the word across. Now for the next few minutes, there's going to be an Ask Me Anything series where your listeners can ask any questions regarding Bitcoin, blockchain, beyond blockchain, cryptocurrencies, NFTs, DeFi and Metaverse. So let's get started with the Ask Me Anything series. Hey everyone, it's George from Blockchain DXB listening to the Ask Me Anything series where your listeners can ask any questions regarding Bitcoin, blockchain, beyond blockchain, cryptocurrencies, NFTs, DeFi and Metaverse. I have a question by Raj who asks, how do you think Bitcoin restaking via SatLayer will impact DeFi adoption? Now in my honest personal opinion, Raj, I don't see this thing to be a success, to be completely honest, because one of the things which is severely lacking in the decentralized finance space, that is the user experience, and I cannot stress enough, the user experience in DeFi protocols as such is absolutely horrendous, and it is something only geeks, nerds and traders can actually do. We need to have a system where someone who has no technical knowledge, they should be in a position to go and stake Bitcoin. But look, so far staking is concerned, it does have a massive risk which I'm not a fan of, to be completely honest. But let me go ahead and talk about some of the positive things regarding this, Raj. Because Bitcoin staking via SatLayer could significantly impact DeFi adoption by providing a secure and scalable foundation for decentralized finance, and to a certain extent I do feel by leveraging Bitcoin's unparalleled market strength and integrating with high-speed layer 1 blockchain like Sui blockchain, SatLayer to a certain extent enables developers to build robust DeFi applications, and more importantly, Raj, they do it without relying on traditional financial intermediaries. And this particular innovation to a certain extent reduces barriers to entry, enhances trust and improves user confidence in the DeFi ecosystem. And the fact that this is indirectly backed by Franklin Templeton, it does kind of give a really strong brand image as well, isn't it? However, Raj, it is really important to understand that these staking rewards do come with potential risk as well, and Bitcoin restaking in particular, especially in the light of past events like collapse of BlockFi or Celsius, they definitely put a really bad image for the cryptocurrency world, isn't it? And both platforms, Raj, did actually fail due to mismanagement of user funds, and they were over-leveraging, and there was so much of market volatility because of Terra Luna collapse, and at the same time there was FTX collapse as well, and that did actually leave investors with substantial losses. Now SatLayer, while decentralized and focused on programmable slashing to enhance security, it is important, Raj, that they must prove to be resilient, and they can do that by ensuring custodial transparency, rigorous and continuous smart audits, and they need to adhere to regulatory frameworks as well. And to a certain extent, maybe 10%, I do feel that if SatLayer can mitigate this risk, and if they can actually build a robust and trustless infrastructure, it may attract traditional investors and institutions to decentralized finance, and they may be able to bridge the gap between Bitcoin's store of value appeal and the growing demand for decentralized financial solutions. And who's to say this could actually mark a transformative potential for DeFi adoption, and it could enable broader participation and innovation while at the same time learning from critical lessons in the past. And last week I also had one of the OGs of Bitcoin, that is Khurram Shroff, and he was also massively advocating for Bitcoin Finance or BTC Finance. So it's going to be really interesting to see how this news develops. But me personally, I'm definitely not having faith in it, because the whole idea of staking does actually sound good, but the whole purpose of Bitcoin was that you are in control of your funds. But nonetheless, I'm definitely hoping best things for this project, Raj, and a really interesting question as well. And that's about all, guys, from the Ask Me Anything series on Blockchain DXB. And in case if you like listening to this podcast, please click on the follow button, give it a 5-star rating and share the word across. Remember, Monday to Thursdays, 8 am to 8:30 am, we have Crypto with Coffee podcast, where we cover top news and information pertaining to the price of cryptocurrencies, some major breaking news, occasionally short and sweet news as well, news that has an impact in the cryptocurrency world. The other two news and information is related to Dubai, UAE and the Middle East, from the cryptocurrency, blockchain and now artificial intelligence world as well. And what you're listening to right now is the Ask Me Anything series, where your listeners can ask any questions regarding Bitcoin, blockchain, beyond blockchain, cryptocurrencies, NFTs, DeFi and Metaverse. So thanks so much for listening, guys, and have a nice one. Bye-bye.